I never knew what homesickness was until now, but there was no time to dwell on it. Everything was happening at once. I'm Eileen. In September of 1958, I was on my way to Germany, writing home as my days unfolded. Dear folks and brothers and sisters, etc., etc., this letter will be ready for publishing on completion because I have so much to say. I think the only way to do it is systematically. When you read the account of my days, you'll see why this letter has been so long in coming. I must say this. I miss you all very much. I never knew what homesickness was before, but now I have a touch of the malady. I haven't written to another soul, just the 2 letters you've received, I hope. I'm anxiously awaiting mail from home. Did you get the cable I sent when I arrived in Germany? It cost $2.50. My last letter ended with the fishing vessels we saw off the coast of England. Now I'll continue. After the fishing vessels, on August 26th, we sighted the white cliffs of Dover. They were a welcome sight after such a long journey. We were all so excited. They loomed up over the horizon, chalk white, land at last. This was our last full day aboard ship. That evening, we all dressed up and spent time at the program, singing, dancing, and having a wonderful time on the promenade deck. I even met a nice Catholic boy. Men were at a premium on the ship, about 1 for every 15 or 20 girls. The next morning, August 27th, we received our assignments. We were given a list of all the teachers on the patch and where they were going. I'm in the Northern Area Command, with its center in Frankfurt. Other commands are Munich, Kaiserslautern, Heidelberg, Stuttgart, and Berlin. There are small bases around these centers. Around, meaning perhaps 100-mile radius. That's only an estimate. We waited all day to leave and finally boarded the last train out of Bremerhaven at 9:20 p.m. We weren't allowed to leave the ship all day, and it was rather hard saying goodbye to my roommates from the patch. I'll be with 3 others from the ship. One good Catholic girl from Buffalo, Mar Gallagher. She's very nice. So are the others. The train ride from Bremerhaven to Frankfurt was a riot. There were 3 of us in a compartment meant for 6. You sleep triple deck. It's a very, very small space. I slept with an iron ladder, thinking it was part of the wall, and the next day I was all bruised. We arrived in Frankfurt at 8:28 in the morning. Breakfast was very different. Cleanliness was never really in style here, especially in dining cars, and we were traveling first class. I enclosed a paper that discourages diarrhea. Spelled wrong, perhaps. I've never written that word before. On August 28th, we were completely beat. We were processed at Frankfurt all day. Those stationed furthest away were processed on the 28th, the rest on the 29th. We were processed and back on a train by 5:48 that evening, headed for Schweinfurt. Dinner consisted of cheese sandwiches, donuts, and cognac, purchased by charades in the depot. There were so many foreigners about. It's a strange feeling hearing all this gibberish around you. We arrived in Schweinfurt at 8:48 and were greeted by flower pots, geraniums, right at the station, and by a very nice principal. They took us to our quarters. Schweinfurt means pig crossing, translated. What a terrible letdown. There are 2 barracks here, Ledward and Kahn. We're at Kahn, quite a distance from the school. We need a car desperately. Our quarters were formerly German fighter pilot barracks, Luftwaffe fighters from the war. The officers' club was Goering's hunting lodge. My room is enormous, a living room and bedroom with twin beds just for me. I alternate pretending there are two of us. There's no kitchen, no laundry, no ironing board, and no iron because we'd need a $20 transformer for the voltage. It ain't worth it. Perhaps in a week we'll find facilities where we can have things washed and cleaned. I must go to bed now. Kids coming to school in the morning, and I must be fresh.